Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. It is Thursday, the 6th of April. This is our weekly recap. If you want to join us, smartoptiontrading.com, link in the description below. You can join us for $25 for your first 30 days, cancel anytime, and decide if we're what you're looking for. Let's talk about this week. We came into this week with a very hot market, and you had 5 days we gapped up in a row. That is just tough. That is nasty. The market was due for a rest, and finally we got it. Here's your Tuesday down candle. Yesterday we had another down. Today we started lower, and we've engulfed yesterday's action as we're pushing back up. And this is exactly the kind of action you want to see as you go into next week to feel bullish about it, that this is nothing more than allowing the market to cool off. I often talk about the oscillators. They were screaming hot. Now they're back into a neutral area. This is exactly what we're looking for in the S&P 500, held the 8-day and is pushing back up. So as long as that holds, I feel pretty good going into next week. But we did have some ugly action as we finished out, as we came into this week. The Qs, just talk on some of the stuff very quickly, remain strong as well, back above the 8-day. The IWM remains the weak link, and that is one of the concerns. The other thing to watch is the VIX. The VIX has pushed up to 20 multiple times and failed there. 1, 2, 3. Today didn't even get there. 4. And again, I maintain if you get a big break of the 18-day on volume, that we're going to have a massive chase in this market. That said, if we took out 21 above it, I think that the market could have problems. Now, going to next week, we go into earnings season. And what's up first in earnings season is always the banks. And they'll start reporting on Friday, and they will be very interesting to watch this time because of everything going on and to see what they say and what they sound. And you have, I think you have JP Morgan and Bank of America, among others, next week, but you also have First Republic. Now, I'm not into trading this, but it'll be very interesting to hear what they have to say on their conference call and what their outlook looks like. And that could very well be a big driver of the market. You take that side this week, what was about? Well, it was about oil at first. On oil, we had this huge gap up um, on Monday morning when basically Saudi Arabia and a bunch of other OPEC countries, as well as Russia, decided to cut production because they're just on it. They want the prices higher. That made for some nice price action in energy names. ExxonMobil there being the big winner. That's one that's acting the best in that space. Boeing's had news a couple times this week. It tried to break out on Monday. We all traded it, and then it did what Boeing did. Came back in, came down, gave a nice quick trade here today, by the way, off of some news, but Boeing still being Boeing. Tesla has been one of those names that have just been tough all week. Your delivery numbers are on Sunday. They decided they didn't like it. They sold it. You got a little reversal candle trying to form down here. We'll keep an eye on that as it held the 180 area. That was one of my losers this week. I also took a loss on Home Depot. I bought some cheap lottos on it for this week. I decided to hold them even though the candle came down, and they're going to expire worthless. What else? Snow gave a bunch of nice trades this week. I had big time flow as it tried to break out here on Wednesday. That was a nice trade. Starbucks yesterday off flow was another one that had tried to break out. There was a good one there. This morning, Micron was covered in flow. Nice big move there. Walmart had a nice 2-day move off of their investor day and basically talking about cost cutting and guiding up on their earnings. So some very good stuff there. And today's really been about big cap tech again. Microsoft, big candle heading back to the top of the range. Google heading for that 108 area we've been talking about. Beautiful hold there today, was one of the stronger names early. Apple saying, I'm not done yet either, pushing back up. Meta having a big afternoon here, pushing up almost to the top of the range. And overall acting well. The semis remain a little bit weak. NVIDIA back to the 8-day. Same thing with AMD, back to the 21-day. But overall, we're holding it fine. So we go into next week. We're going to see what we get there. It's been a fun week in the market. You know, it was a decent week for 4 days. We're off tomorrow. Friday, markets are closed. We do get non-farm payroll anyway, but the markets are closed. And to everybody who's religious, I wish you a happy Passover or a happy Easter or whatever you observe. And I'll do charts probably on Saturday, and I'll catch you guys all bright in the room on Monday morning. If you're not a member, please join us. We'd love to have you.